So we're back.
Yeah.
I'm actually so excited. First episode is done. I'm really happy we're back for a second episode though, guys.
Yeah, the first one went so great.
It
Like
was so
conversation
good.
was flowing.
was
we were
amazing.
in a flow state.
We were.
Yes.
That was
And
like our
hopefully it's
yap
gonna be the
session.
same.
Yes,
For
and
like,
hopefully you guys enjoyed it too.
I know it was so much fun. I'm glad.
But
I'm back.
I know.
I watched the episode after like our edits like 3 times because I was
It was
genuinely
so
enjoying
good.
myself.
I
like,
was
wow,
playing
this
it
is
while
amazing.
doing work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had it in the background, like put like the mini screen on my computer.
Yeah.
I'm like doing my work. I'm like, ooh, that's so cool. I'm
I
like,
know.
oh, God, that's us.
Yeah, but now we're aiming our podcast to be around like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
30 minutes is a good amount of
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
cover like fun topics. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
we can film a bunch too.
Yeah,
'Cause
for
I
sure.
know- Yeah, guys, that first episode is a lot longer than what you can see the final product.
I mean,
is.
that was the introduction. So
Yeah, and
So
it was
it
the
was-
first time.
it was the first
no,
time.
No
Yeah.
real like practice.
No,
Like,
we
we
just came in
prepped,
and
but
just
we didn't practice.
we were supposed to do a practice on Zoom. And we never got
we
there.
never
Yeah,
did
no.
it.
Honestly, I'm glad we didn't because it was so natural.
It was
so
so
fun.
natural.
I liked it that way.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. But
Alrighty, so
Alright.
should we get started? Okay, we'll
Yeah.
do our
Good.
introductions.
so, hi everyone. I'm Alrishia.
I'm Marishia.
And I'm Aishwarya, and this is
Genes and GenZs.
So for today,
Yes.
we are going to start off with a Reddit post, but
Yeah.
also a discussion of something we touched based on last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about cold emails
Emails,
last
yep.
time, and it was a quick little like
Blurb,
5 minute.
yeah.
It was a quick blurb about it. And so this time, Alrishia found a Reddit post
Yes.
on r/labrats, which we love.
yes. We love.
And it's about cold emails, and
yeah.
maybe we can give some of our advice
Yeah.
and experiences, and also we have like insider information about how professors like to see their
emails.
cold emails. So we're gonna give you some advice. And
Yes.
if you're
Exactly.
listening, no matter what your level
Yeah.
is, it's gonna be helpful.
It's going to be very helpful. This particular Reddit post is from a undergraduate student. They basically just wanted to reach out to get into a research lab, and they kind of titled it like cringe, like how do you send an email, a cold email, without being cringe or cringy.
Good question.
So they're basically an incoming junior. They're in the process of trying to apply for labs at their school. Again, there's a lot of researchers links that they're looking at publications. One thing that they did mention that I thought was kind of like hard, and like I didn't experience that when I was sending my emails, and I guess it's based on your institution. They talked about how there weren't a lot of lab emails and kind of like biographies, like what
Oh,
the profs
okay.
do.
Like a
So they found-
description?
yeah, the description. So they found it really hard to have like kind of generate and create their email based on just looking at the publications alone. Like they mentioned going through the whole paper and looking at the materials and methods in order to understand what their research is about. And I think it's very helpful if like students have more of like a broad description. I looked at broad descriptions when writing out my emails to kind of talk about, because again, as an undergrad, I feel like it's kind of hard to see that. So they did talk about going through each individual paper and looking at the materials and methods. And then they kind of drafted a little bit of an email, and they kind of felt like they were lacking in like their understanding on like how to write like an introductory email for them. Like, I'm interested in this, but they don't really know like the area of study. They kind of talked about that, and they just kind of wanted like some more feedback from people on how they should generate their email, because they are stressing a lot about it, and they want to be able to send their emails soon. So that's a little summary. I can feel the stress in the email or in the post.
Yeah, I again, like, I get that, because again, most institutions do provide like a description. And again, I usually do advise students, if they're trying to send out an email, definitely read through the publications.
Yeah.
Some
Yes.
PIs do have like a lab website.
Yeah.
So that means
Yes,
that you
that's
can,
what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
lab
But
website.
sometimes the lab website it's not
Isn't
updated.
updated.
Not updated.
It's like 2005.
It's not updated.
Yeah, it's
There's
true.
some that like you get arrow 404 or something like that.
Yeah. So I know, Ash, you said like, what is your go-to when you're sending out a cold
Yeah.
email?
So I can actually pull up one of mine just to like
Yeah,
have like an
sure.
example.
Yeah.
So do you want to just give your advice while I pull one
Yeah,
up?
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I feel like I usually like when I'm like teaching students and they are interested in joining a lab, I show them like, this is where you go to the faculty website, the department, and they have like the different research areas. So they have like whether it be molecular, physiology, ecology, evolution, so forth.
Yeah.
And then you can look at the list of professors on each. Again, that's based on the institution for sure.
Yep.
And then from there, you would see the professor's name. They may have a course description and maybe some listed publications. And with that, you can just go ahead and, start dropping an email. And again, you can have like a template, right? And then you can change it up based on the professor you're sending it out to.
Yeah.
When I was sending out mine, I sent out like maybe like 50. It felt like, and I
me
just,
too.
it was like a
I love
template, but like it was like changed based on the actual professor I was sending it to. So like whether it was physiology, molecular, and again, also you can list out like your interests and what courses you've done also in the email. So like, I did this, animal phys course or molecular biology course, and I developed a great interest in, that. And then, from there, you can also list some publications that you also read too. I did that in my own email as well. And again, just shows that you have interests as well in being part of the lab. Yeah. Did you find an example?
I did find it, and I found the one of the email that I originally sent to get into my master's.
No way.
So it worked. So it has like some
good
some
success
value, some success rate. Okay, so I basically just said, "Dear Doctor, the professor."
Yeah.
Quick note. This is really important.
Yes.
Make sure you don't use their first name.
Yeah,
Even if, after you join the lab, they tell you can use their first name. That's fine.
Professionalism is
But
key.
Yes.
professionalism is important. And this is something that professors have literally said that they don't like happens.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the prof, but, you want to keep in mind that make it professional because it's a workplace, right?
Professional reading.
So, dear doctor, whatever the professor's last name is. And then I just introduced myself. I said where I got my undergraduate degree. This is for transitioning from undergrad to master's, but it doesn't matter. You can use it for
in undergrad.
Anything,
Yeah. So I just said that this is my education. I got it from this institution. When I am planning to graduate and what bachelor's in zoology. And then I just said I'm looking for a research lab for my master's, and then tell them the time frame that you want to start your master's. So for me, it was like September, whatever year. And then I said, are you accepting master students to supervise in that time frame? Then I said a little paragraph of what I liked about their research. I said, I really like this. I'm so interested in learning about this. Specifically, the list 3 papers. And actually do read a couple papers, even if you don't understand. Abstract is useful.
Yeah.
So
read the abstract. Yeah, exactly.
Abstract has everything
abstract.
you need. So just say, I'm interested in this subject matter. I would like to develop a career in this in the future. And this is my stepping stone. Little things like that. And then I had no experience, if you remember the first episode.
Yes.
I had no experience in genetics or molecular biology. I was in the landscape ecology field. So I said, although unrelated to genetics, I would like to highlight my research skills through my experience in ecological research. List all the things that you did in undergrad, or in high school of I volunteered here, I did the science fair. If you won any awards, just be like, I won first place here, or
Exactly.
I got a certificate, and
sell yourself.
Sell yourself a little bit. And then if you're going to your master's, if you have references, so let's say you did an honors thesis at a lab, or if you volunteered at a lab, say, this is my reference. If you could ask for permission and then say, these are my references, if you would like to contact them for more information. It's just like a formality.
Yeah.
And then I said, thank you. I would love to host a Zoom meeting with you. And then I provided my unofficial transcript and a resume.
Good.
Yes.
A CV.
A CV.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I got an email saying, do you want to Zoom?
Yeah.
See?
Rest is history.
You don't need to add a bunch of
No, you don't need
information. Just straight to the point.
Just straight to the point.
What you're looking for,
Yes.
all your skills, experiences,
Yes.
and again, the unofficial transcript is also key, as well as your CV.
Yes, it's
I
just
think so
important
too.
to have there. Even though, some profs don't care
Don't
that
even
much
look.
about
They don't
the
really
grades.
care.
Because also, this is also another thing. This grades reflect the research, because not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
So
No.
Because I feel like some profs are Lisa, again, you can't like base someone's like work ethic or stuff like that too much on like whether they're able to like pass an exam or because again, there are some people who just aren't good test takers. And that can be reflective in their grades, but they're really good at the bench, right? So I think it's very much a way where you're not judging a book by its cover by their grades. So I think a lot of profs have done like a really good job in like just taking the student at face value and like the email.
The interest.
It's the interest.
Exactly.
And again, you like you said, you weren't in doing genetics, right? So like the fact that the prof saw was like, you know what, like I'm gonna take her on. Like just seeing a student's enthusiasm in their email and like again showing that professionalism as like an undergrad now transitioning to like a master's, the fact that you drafted such like a great email, I think it's very like again shows good effort for the profs.
I also have a small thing to add to that. It's like, let's say you have no experience in this stuff and like, but you have like project management experience in some way. Like maybe you like led a project. Maybe you were like a lead volunteer for like camp in school. Use that and say, I have really good skills in like leading my own project when given like the opportunity. And I think that would translate really well with like doing a master's or doing lab skills. So I can, even though I don't have experience in the subject matter, this is how I learned something really quickly. And then I was able to even lead a project on it. That in itself just shows that like, oh, you're showing them that even if you don't know anything, you want to use your existing skills to
build up
transition and learn.
And I feel like too, again, you need both to show independence as well as be collaborative as well.
100%.
So if you can showcase that again, which you've done in the email, you're gonna get selected. You know, you need to work as a team and also again work alone and again leading your own project. Wow, that's actually really great advice. You know, like
and I sent that email format to like 20 professors and I only got like 3 responses back. So that's another thing. Like make sure you know, don't expect that every person's going to respond. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just like explore. You're going to learn the same skills regardless.
The thing is, these professors are also receiving like
tons
hundreds of emails a semester, right? So you have to make sure you do something that sticks out to them. Because like I see it, I'm like, there's like so many students, you know, there's like a wait list, right? So definitely take the time to draft up a good email. And again, rejection, it happens, but again, all you need is one. Right?
All you need is one.
You know?
So no, I agree.
Hopefully that student hears this advice.
I mean, it was posted like 18 hours ago.
18 hours ago, wow. So just recent.
But they said they're going to send it.
Okay,
regardless.
Good, period.
So, I mean, I think
send that.
You have to. Also another key, like, I think if you are, let's say you're trying to go to like a lab, let's say you're an undergrad, because I know a lot of undergrads want to get into labs, and like we get so many questions like, how do you get into a lab, like how did you get to this point? Again, send out like the cold emails, go through like the institution, see what profs like are like their research interests you, and if you did take a course with them, I think that's really good to mention.
Highlight that.
I took your course like this past winter, and it was so it was so good. I got really interested, and like after reading your like research, like I have like a real passion for this or keen interest for this. If they're working on a model organism, talk about that. Like I know like one student I helped like send like an email to do like a volunteer position in a lab. She's like, should I talk about like the animal they work with? It's like bees. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know, I talked about like, you know, like how I have a garden. I'm so interested in bees, like the more like genetic side, like,
right? Like people will
like a personal,
personalize
so
it.
Shows that like real interest and dedication to the topic. So if you have even some of the personal that like you can add on, that would be great too.
Exactly. So, also too, I see some, they're like, oh, like it's hard to read these publications. They're really like expert
really
level.
Hard.
But yeah, I understand that.
Again, what you could do, I think sometimes some papers have like an author's note or like the key terms just to go over. At least you know what field they're in.
But please know like what field they're in and like just little things like that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, but you're not going to be tested.
No,
again, they know that you are. Again, you're starting from the beginning, and again, your knowledge is going to increase as you know you get more exposed to the lab. So exactly.
I see a comment over here that says, please for the love of God,
oh my
please
God,
don't use AI to generate an
That's
email.
what I was
Don't
going to
use
say.
AI.
Make it.
Don't use AI.
Honestly, because we didn't have that when we were like applying, so we never used that.
Just spell check and that's it.
Spell check, but also you know how like the AI has specific language it uses or like certain words and like the profs can tell. Trust me, they can tell.
And you know, profs they check also for AI.
So I would just say, just keep it simple.
Yes.
And like just like
Write it
this
from the
email.
heart.
Yeah, write it from the heart. Especially
Yeah.
the section about your own like personal background.
Yeah.
Write
Yes.
it from the heart.
Write
It's
it from the
okay.
heart.
Just do spell check and make sure
Literally.
it sounds professional. Like don't use slang and things like
No,
that. But
no crazy slang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
dear,
know.
like dear professor or dear doctor, whatever their name is. I hope all is well. Hope
Yep.
this email finds you well. Like, and then introduce yourself again. Make it sound very genuine because people can see that. Like, you know how many times profs are reading AI generated emails? Like,
yeah.
you got to make an
Yeah.
email that's from the heart that's going to stand out and look like real. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes undergrads in my lab have gotten in because they knew us, right?
Yeah.
Or they talked to us or they emailed us.
Yeah.
So if you see that like on the lab website or, you know, in a publication that there's a co-author, email the grad students and
Yes.
just say, hey, I just want to talk to you about like, you know, understanding
Yeah.
what the lab is like because I'm really interested. And then after I speak to you, maybe like a 10-minute call or
Yeah.
a back and forth email chain, I
Yeah.
will then send a cold email
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the professor. Then you can name drop them.
Exactly.
So, you know, it just little things like that. Like, yes, it takes time.
it
And
does.
don't spend more, like, don't overdo it. Just
No.
spend like a couple minutes, like, you know, quickly just checking.
Exactly.
And just reach out.
Exactly.
Doesn't hurt.
No,
And it's
but
great.
again, yeah, because even when if you're TA too, like if
Yeah.
you're in a laboratory session
Yeah.
and there's a grad student, how many times? Like so many students still come up and like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to join.
Yeah, there were students
Yeah.
who came up to you.
Exactly. So I think that's a great way too. And for me, an example, like I remember looking through like the lab websites and I
Yeah.
saw you go to the tab people and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that TA. Like I
Yeah.
saw they were my TA. So
Yeah.
then that's how I decided to send the cold email.
Emails, yeah.
You know? So again, like that familiarity is really
Yeah,
important.
important,
And again, even for teaching too, like I had students send me emails and I was
Yeah.
able to just forward it to my PI and be like, hey, like this student, you know, is
Yeah.
great in the course and you know, they would love to gain some experience. So again, word of
Exactly.
mouth is super important. So
Yeah.
Yes.
again, it's like a community in the end.
It
of the day.
is.
So if you
It
put yourself out there,
Those
you're
connections.
going to find a place.
Yeah. 100% agree. Yeah. Grad students are a great link
Yes.
or liaison for undergrads to profs because
They also, just PIs too, they also seek for like a reference,
Recommendation, yeah.
recommendation through the grad students.
Yeah.
Oh, you know any students like right now in the
We wanna-
labs?
yeah.
Yes.
because we
Very-
are the ones who are getting that one-on-one interaction with the students.
Yes.
So it's like if you have a TA that you're really connecting with during your lab session, you're interested in their research, you know, definitely get to know that TA because a lot of times profs are asking the TAs while they're running their lab sessions, do you have anyone who like
In
might
mind.
be interested or in
Yeah.
mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
And when is the best time we should be sending out these emails? Like, is
That's something I just was thinking
Okay,
about.
good.
Yeah.
Maybe like, okay, exam season for most universities is when? Like end of semester.
Yeah, this semester.
So don't do it at the beginning of the semester.
do it.
Okay, so I think if you're going for grad school, I
Yeah.
remember sending out emails like
Way in advance.
I'll say like, maybe around like October, November. So
Okay,
then
yeah.
profs can find out if they have funding or not or positions available
For the next year.
for the next year.
Yeah.
So towards like,
The end.
fall, like
Yeah.
the end of fall into winter.
Yeah.
Because then January, a lot of the applications are due January, February.
Exactly.
So
They'll see
at
they have
least-
funding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For undergrads,
You're bang on. I sent mine on
October.
in October.
Yeah,
On
you
October
have to do it.
30th.
yes,
You
I
have
said mine.
to.
Yes, that was around the same
That's the
time as
wrong
me.
time because that's the time also like the applications open as well.
Exactly,
So you kind of want to do
for
it a
external
year in advance.
applications for
Yeah.
Yes, do it a
scholarships.
year in advance.
Please.
Especially for grad school.
And this is what I did too.
Yeah.
Like I went through all the different institutions. I found all the deadlines.
Yeah.
The protocols, whether you have to secure your supervisor or
Mhm.
sometimes
Make
they'll
a
find-
spreadsheet.
Yes, or sometimes they will find a supervisor for you. But again, you can still put in like a preference for
Yeah.
sure, so you can again
Find out
make
in the
a
application
spreadsheet
thing, yeah.
for sure, so you can get everything organized, a
Yeah.
list of professors, their emails, their research areas, and get that going before the end of that year.
Yeah.
For undergrad, if they want to volunteer, they can send that throughout the year, like before I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the end of
before
the-
this, like the
semester?
intended semester you want to go for. So
Yes.
like, let's say you want to do.
and before summer, like
Yeah.
that's the best time. Like
Yeah, summer's the best time to
Yes.
get the opportunity. So
yes.
send it in
Yeah.
the fall or the winter. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah.
oh, that was a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's going,
The
yeah,
timing is
the
important.
timing is very
so
important. Send it ahead of time.
Because I sent mine when I joined my lab. I sent it because it was like a New Year's resolution. I was like, I need to get into a lab.
Yeah.
And I sent it out January. Like
Yeah, I sent mine out
second?
January. Yeah. I wanted to do a volunteer position in the summer. So I sent it around like, January, February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it as soon as possible.
Before like the semester
and
officially
now,
starts.
because again, a lot of students are getting involved in research.
A
So
lot.
again, put yourself out there as soon as possible.
Literally. Love Island.
Okay.
I love talking about reality TV. Okay.
So again, even though we're
go ahead.
STEM girlies,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
We're nerds at heart, but we do watch. We're invested a little bit in pop culture.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, for a lot of us, there's like this general stereotype that the public have of scientists that we don't like participate in fun.
Yeah. No, we're fun.
But the science is fun, first of all.
It is.
And secondly, yes, I consume a lot of reality TV. We do.
100%.
I think there's so many
I watch.
pros and cons of reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'll just do a quick one, which is a pro or a con is like you can get wrapped up in like thinking, you know, that these people are people you know.
Parasocial,
yeah.
You can become parasocial. Don't do that. I never comment. I never comment on people's like things. I just like watch
Unless
from
I'm
the outside.
supporting, you know, you can
Unless
support.
you're supporting.
Yes, slay.
If, like don't go around typing, "Oh, you're so ugly."
No.
Yeah,
No,
like,
no
come
hate,
on,
no
you're doing
hate.
too much.
Only
Yeah.
support.
The pros are you're watching conflict resolution. You're
Yeah.
watching how a representation of like Gen Z and like the time in our and social environment. You're getting information about how people handle friendships, people
Yes.
handle relationships. It's very useful.
In this day and age,
in this
yes.
day and age, it's just
Yes.
useful to like know. So if you're looking at it through an analytical lens, which I
Yes.
think the
Oh,
scientists are
so-
always going to
I
know.
always do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's great because
You're
like I feel like with a lot of reality TV, it's again conflict resolution. I always feel like I wouldn't have approached it that way, or I wouldn't have used that tone.
100.
Like,
I've learned
It's
so
not.
much.
It's
I've
not
learned
how
a
you
lot.
say. No, it's not what you say. It's how you say it. Yes,
Yeah.
and I think
I always think that.
And I think you're right. It really is a mirror of society watching these reality shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's happening.
It's-
but again, it's like, a camera's on them 24/7, so you can see it happen
I
in
think
real
so.
time.
Which is a very interesting concept. Like
Yeah.
Love Island is very unique that way.
Very.
where
It mirrors
you're
a lot
watching
of
them
things.
every day. It's a little like
It's like
invasive.
it's like a
It
fishbowl. Like we're watching them, but they can't see like.
I know.
Yeah, they don't have
no
their
idea what's
phones.
going on. Like
I
someone said,
know.
like they really don't know the World Cup's going on right now. They
I
don't even know who's
know.
winning. Like, and I think that's just so insane.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They
But
don't
you
have
want to
their
know
cell
what? Gen Zs can live without cell phones. Love Island's a testament to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right. You're
we
right.
can't
You're
live without
right.
our cell phones.
You're right.
Because the
You
fact
are
they're
right.
on a beautiful island with
In
no
Fiji.
phone. I need at least one picture for my
I know.
Instagram.
They give them a phone, I think, once in a while to like take
pictures.
photos.
And it goes to the official Love
and then
Island.
Instagram.
Yeah, they don't have access to their Instagram until after. So
Their
I think family members
members
have to
run their Instagram
run their
accounts.
Instagram.
They're like, make sure you go vote for
Oh
them.
yeah, because Carl's friends were on his Instagram, or were they on their Instagram?
I know last season a couple of people had like their friends run their Instagrams,
Yes.
and they're like, actually, like she didn't mean to say that way, like like that's not who she is, or that's not who he is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you
Yeah,
know.
you want the good friends.
You want
You
the
want
good
the
friends.
friends. You want
You
the
want a
friends
PR
who know
friend.
you.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Your PR friend.
Yeah,
I
trustworthy
think it's
people.
literally
Yeah.
because like
I know.
I always think like I don't, you know what. There always has to be someone to do something because not everyone can do that.
I know.
and put
Would you
themselves
guys
out there.
ever?
Hell no.
I know.
Absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
They be in bikinis
I'll
all
watch
day.
that.
This is
like,
the most that we're gonna
yes,
do.
like
This
this is the most exposure. Like I'll give people like I just like you're like in bathing suits all day
I can't.
and like you have to dress up. Like I mean, I love dressing up, but like like people are watching you worldwide, which is like
You know,
such
that's
a crazy pressure.
because that's amazing.
That's amazing,
I
and they're like. A lot of them are their true, authentic selves. And that's
Yeah.
hard to do on camera.
Someone brought up in a comment or somewhere that they weren't even allowed to dress up when their parents showed up. I was like,
Yeah,
you know,
they're still wearing. Yeah, they have like a strict, like it's like a bikini
Yeah,
rule or like
yeah.
swimsuit rule.
I guess.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
crazy.
I know.
I don't know much about that. This is
I
the
don't.
first season
I just
I've
watch
paid
clips
attention.
online because I
Yeah,
don't have
same.
Only season I've
The time.
watched,
You can.
I think full. I might have skipped a couple episodes. Is like the season wherever Serena Cordell, Leah.
Oh, I love Serena
Janae.
Cordell.
Is that season 6 or whatever?
It
Favorite
was the
couple.
one. It
Oh,
was
and
the
also
one
Leah Miguel.
Yes,
2
Leah
seasons
Miguel.
ago.
Yeah, so season
2
6.
years,
This is
yeah.
season 8.
This is season 8.
Yeah,
season
Okay,
6.
okay, okay.
I love season 6.
Season 6 was so good.
Amazing.
I saw
Like,
clips of that, but not as much as I like. This is the first
This
time I'm
one?
paying attention.
No,
This Love
one
Island
was
season
actually
caught me late.
I don't
a
know.
little
I
bit.
think it was also compared to this. It was a little dark.
It's a little dark.
I think it's a
I
little,
don't-
little.
it's
yeah,
just-
it's a bit more like
I don't know. It was
serious
very-
compared to like
Yes.
previous clips I've
Yes.
seen.
And I feel
Yes.
like they've been kind of cutthroat in a way, like with a lot of like
Yes.
the way they're handling. And again, I always think
Conflict is crazy.
conflict is like you have to. You can end something with someone without being disrespectful. Like you can get your point across without being disrespectful to another person. Like I think
remember the meme with TT.
TT, I'm TT. I'm TT. She's like, you're a little girl. I was like, and then way she's.
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you. She's like, I'm not talking to you. She's like, I'm talking to him. She's like, well, I'm going to speak for him.
Oh my!
I'm never putting myself out.
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
but they're all friends now.
They're all friends, and I love that because I was like, yes, they're cool with TT. Because I said,
cool.
girl,
Yeah.
But I just saw yesterday something about like TT was saying that she's not cool with them in the comments or something.
Well,
I don't know.
Because technically, when they found out that Kata and Zach got saved, except for instead of TT and Casey, no one really hugged Casey and TT like they did with the other couples who found out they were like Kenzie and Dylan or whatever that got dumped.
But to be fair, like, they are editing it.
They are editing.
Are
so
they?
like,
maybe they cut out that hugging. I don't know.
But they said like
I don't know.
they liked. Well, again, like the show has ended now.
It looked
but like
everyone was super cool. I really liked how they handled that. Where they but they all came together and they apologized to each other, especially Anaya and TT.
And
I was
which is
like,
important.
This is so good.
Yeah. I think
know.
I just feel like
I don't know. It was kind of
like guilty by association. Like
True.
It's always good to get to know people as an individual and not too much like she wanted a little bit too fire. Like I'm TT.
Yeah, but also
like,
remember
you can't do that.
again.
Came out of nowhere.
Probably maybe it was a little bit of an anxiety or like
exactly.
Yeah.
Because I always want to give grace.
I think it was
because remember she's coming in and everyone else is kind of friends and homies.
It's already like
therefore like she feels like she's not alone, so she got to stand up.
Yeah, that's her ally right there who's standing next to her. So it's like
also from my understanding, like the Casa girls and guys are always at a little bit of a disadvantage, even though they're all cast together.
Apparently, they said no one from the Casa Villa never win.
There was only one couple who won. A Casa Amor
I wouldn't
couple.
have an idea.
I don't know. I just saw
only one couple has won, and they're both from Casa Amor, but no one has
both?
won. Yeah,
Interesting.
So like the boy and the girl were both from Casa Amor, and then everyone else is like regular OGs.
And then
I guess who are the original.
Also, do the winners? They have to split the money.
Yes. I think so.
We were talking so this morning. No, I think there's a concept where they either one can still.
Well, if they're a new relationship, how are they not going to split it, right?
So I searched this up because we were talking about this early. Yeah. So
exactly.
Usually how it works, I don't know. It was an AI overview, guys. I didn't have to read the actual article. We don't know.
We don't actually know the
apparently,
reality.
Both contestants get an envelope. Like both the winners get an envelope, and whoever opens up the envelope, one person's gonna have nothing, then one person's gonna have the money on it, and then the person who gets the envelope with the money
decide
whether they want to share it or not.
Yeah, that's the way I known it. Yeah.
What?
And I never saw this because I just thought all the couples shared the money. But it kind of makes sense because last season with Amaya and I think Brian who won, I think she decided to split the money with him.
Yes.
That didn't work out. Clearly.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think to split it.
It's not that bad.
I know.
Like,
split it.
It's not that serious because again, guys, good karma. Just split the money. Split the money.
Exactly. Just split the money. You both won together. Because again, split it.
All the PR you're gonna get,
exactly
from the show.
Yeah, they're gonna get so many sponsorships.
Especially if you were one of the people that people
liked one of the fan favorites.
I don't know. Melanie might get some.
Oh, she did.
Melanie.
Oh my god.
Did you see what happened? People were saying that she wouldn't get. They were threatening
No.
People were saying she wouldn't get brand deals if she stayed with him.
No, that's
but I'm she's getting brand deals regardless.
No. I was like, again, I think
come on, guys.
I don't Melanie though it's showing day and age what's going on. Yeah. Again, we don't remember they're humans, right? So again, yes, I loved when her mom said her heart is sacred.
Yeah,
and it was just
everyone was on her side.
That was so emotional.
Give someone their first chance. I was like,
but again, for relationship or friendship, when you put people on a pedestal, you're still trying to fulfill the idea you have of them. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what was happening with Melanie.
Yeah.
I think eventually
you could tell she really liked him.
I don't think he had the same energy back.
No, he didn't.
No.
I mean, we saw a movie night.
Literally.
What the hell?
That was actually really bad. When she walked off,
nobody was on his side at that point.
Yeah.
At that point, everybody was
even the guys were
actually crazy.
The guys were scared.
I think him and Casey were the worst on movie night.
They
were
I think
it was sincere Casey Corbin.
I think there needs to be some level of respect, and I love when his father spoke to him. He's listen, that's not the way we kind of raised you.
I wouldn't have. I really like that the dad was like, "This is not okay."
It wasn't passive
on camera.
Yes, on camera. He was really disappointed in the way he was.
I mean, he seemed super nice.
Yes,
he really did.
Yes, and again, I think it's just everyone is growing, still evolving. So I
Yeah.
think once he leaves, he's gonna see, oh yeah, I get what they were saying.
Yeah.
You
Another
know.
thing is that the younger, Sincere's younger brother was
Yeah.
there. So to
Yes.
hear the dad give Sincere that talk
in front.
of the little brother
There-
on
yeah.
camera,
Yes.
That was really good.
that.
Yes,
that was
yes.
good parenting right there.
I'm telling you, both their parents, amazing.
Even
They-
Anaya's mom
Oh my
and
gosh,
sister who
Anaya
told
mom's-
Anaya,
yes.
you need to be honest with
You-
your friend.
yes.
I
Because
think that's fair.
that can be very
Yeah.
hard too. Like, you know, being honest with your friends too in certain
Yeah,
situations.
you don't want to hurt
you know.
them. you know.
I know.
But also, it's like tough love.
Be straight up.
and
You
gotta be
also-
straight up.
You give the tough love and you say, I'm
Yes.
still here to back
Back
you.
you up.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
like, here's the tough love. Like, don't
true.
do that.
It's so true.
Friendships, you should be able to pull each other's side. Like maybe, like
Yes,
Yeah.
like, good friendship.
yeah, like
you know.
yeah, like because I think again, Melanie, like she just feels like. Oh, she just cried a lot.
I
I think
know.
we just
I
felt
felt-
so
but
bad
you
for her.
saw
You didn't
her-
want to tell
but
her.
You saw her lose her
so
spark.
yes,
You like she lost her spark. It was so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
But
Same conversations happening with Love Island UK, which we'll talk about
Oh,
another day. But
I have
haven't
not
watched
watched
it. See, I didn't even
It's-
know. Now the
Do
US
you-
version
okay,
is
so
going
you-
on.
I'm paying
USA or
attention to both
UK?
time. I don't know. I kind of like the UK one a little bit more, but the US one has more drama.
It
so
does.
it's
obviously, yeah.
But the UK one, yeah, I think I just got hooked into it a little
Yeah.
bit more. Yeah.
Okay, originally when I used to watch Love Island, I watched the UK version, but now the US version is now a little more popular, and
I
I'm
like
seeing that more. on my-
Ariana Maddox.
Exactly.
Oh
Now
my
Sierra's
God.
on there.
I've
Slay.
watched the entirety of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay, we're gonna talk about
yes,
that.
okay,
11
we're gonna get to
seasons.
Bravo.
Bravo's a whole entire
And-
different hill to climb.
Yes, because like Vanderpump
Vanderpump
Rules.
Rules.
Oh,
And now Summer House is
Craziest
insane.
show I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, but again, it shows you that again, like look at her, she's doing amazing, Ariana.
See,
You know, so
and
Yeah, you
Thriving.
have
do you
to.
guys know the lore? I'll tell you the lore later. But
Oh,
the
of
lore of
Ariana?
how Ariana got to this.
Yes,
Yes,
girl,
we
we know. Oh,
you
Sandoval? Oh, honey.
it was Scandal.
Yeah.
Scandal.
Yeah, Scandal. Come on. That was no.
No, because
No,
and that's why
Crazy.
Raquel and Rachel.
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 Now she goes by Rachel. But and this links back to the other show that we were telling you about, Summer House.
With Sierra and Wes.
Sierra
I
Miller
saw
Amanda.
clips
and Wes.
of like the reunion.
Yeah.
So that's my understanding of what's happened. Is
Yes.
I got all the context from
Yeah.
the
Good.
reunion clip.
Good. That's again, these are things, and again, reality TV. Yes, is it really brain rot? I wouldn't say that because
No.
again, you still learn how people navigate conflict issues, and again, you can learn from them. Like, I wouldn't
can.
approach it like that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And again, morality and judgment, all that is
That's
in
a
play.
big thing.
Yeah.
But very quickly, so what do you think of like the winners? So
Oh,
Bryce versus Trinity.
Trinity-
Sorry,
yeah,
Bryce Trinity
Trinity.
versus
I'm cool
Carl
with that.
and Aya.
Okay, now
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. I
I'm
like
okay
it.
with it, but I would have preferred Carl and Anaya.
Because I'm so
Me
sorry.
too. I agree.
I would have
I
preferred
agree.
that because I just feel like there wasn't a lot of Bryce and Trinity clips because I just feel like it was getting overshadowed by everything else.
I
that's
think
going
they're
on.
just trying to save face.
Yeah, but I did like them again. His family and her family.
They seem very
So
nice.
nice. His grandmother was so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She loves her. I'm really happy they won, but I'm glad Anaya and Carl runner up. I would have definitely loved them to win, but like
Same.
I understand why Trinity and Bryce won.
Yeah, they were.
They were actually just very
it was
genuine.
it was longer, and
was
like
longer,
their
yes.
path was more like it was always them
Them,
together.
exactly.
So I get it, but also I feel like with Carlin and Anaya,
Yeah.
their conversations, the
Were
the way
so
they
good.
bonded so well,
Yeah.
even their families together.
Yes.
Yep.
So.
In
good.
a way,
I
they're
liked
all
it.
winners because they're gonna be
Yeah.
making
They're
hella
my
money.
They were my top two, so I'm
Yes.
happy.
Yeah, they were my top two.
I
Yeah.
feel like on the UK one, I feel like I'm seeing the game playing a little bit more. and
Okay,
I feel
yes.
like that's kind of what I would expect is like you
Yeah.
do have to think about the
about-
game
yes.
because it's not just
Exactly.
you're there to like
Find
find
someone. You're there to
You're
get
also
money
there.
too.
Yeah, literally.
that part.
Like in a
That
way, that's
part.
kind of like easy money in a way. Because are you winning
and
that
you're
much?
also trying to like build up your like personal
Your
brand or
brand,
like you know maybe you
yes.
have like a business and
Exactly.
you. That's what I
Exactly.
see it as.
I mean, look at
But
Leah.
But Alondria, she's at
Alondria-
every
oh,
single red carpet,
Alondria.
Oh my
I
God.
think
award
she did
show.
the best, right?
Yeah, she
she's-
actually is
She's
the best,
making
yeah.
bang, honey.
Yeah.
Period.
She is T.
Yes,
She is T.
I
know,
really like
I
her.
know.
She is that girl.
They're all
100%.
amazing. They're all amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, again, we, in a way, kudos to them putting themselves out there and you know
Yeah.
really making an impact in pop culture.
Yeah.
You know, even scientists are watching them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey,
No, we love
Yeah.
it. We love it. We
yeah,
love it.
exactly.
They're giving us entertainment, so
Yeah.
So
not too much hate there.
I think we did really good this
Yes.
time
Yes,
around.
This was a good,
really good
So
episode.
we hit a little
Short
STEM
episode.
and a little sprinkle of pop culture, and I think we'll continue doing that for going forward. because
Yeah.
I think
like
it's a good
two-
balance.
like 15 minutes, 15
Yes.
minutes, or
Exactly.
like 12 minutes,
12,
and then
yeah.
like an intro and a conclusion.
Yeah.
maybe like the audience has like some
Yeah.
And then once we,
advice.
we up there,
then we can probably make them longer.
Exactly.
I think
we
for now-
Or
understand.
not even longer.
Or
We can
just-
get them to ask questions.
Yeah,
and
we can make it more
answer.
we can do a
interactive.
Q&A section.
Yeah,
Q&A.
make it more interactive.
Yeah.
That is one of the goals I did write on the doc.
Yeah.
It's like getting
We,
input.
and
from
we
the
now
audience.
have social media. So we have
Yes.
an Instagram account,
Genes and Gen Z.
Genes and Gen Z. So that's GENESANDGENZS. Basically,
And it'll be
exactly
on
how
top.
it's
Yeah.
spelled.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
on
Or
our-
here.
up
Or
here.
far on top, yeah.
So yeah, go follow us on there, and then maybe like when we feel a little bit more comfortable doing more episodes, we'll
Yeah.
introduce a Q&A section like maybe every week.
Week.
So we'll
Yeah.
do all of that on our Instagram so that you
Yes.
guys can
Or
interact
Instagram,
with us.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube.
And then I think we also want to do audio podcasts at one point. Just turn
Yes,
it into
once we get
audio.
familiar with that
once
one.
you get-
Yeah, we need to figure that out. If anyone
Yes.
knows,
I
Yeah.
know. Hit us up.
hit us up.
Because filming is it's a duty.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
know. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this
Yeah.
episode. And again, feel free to follow
Yeah.
us. And then again, share our video.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I will just lead out with,
With
our name.
our little
Yeah,
outro.
yeah.
Outro.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Alrishia.
It's Marishia. It was nice talking to y'all today.
This is Aishwarya, and this is
Genes and Gen Zs.